1930 Foxtrot to Church Ave is at Parsons Boulevard.
$1936 Foxtrot, 179th Street to Stillwell. Radio check.
Oh, I was deafened. I'm stupid. 1930 coming back at Union Turnpike.
Copy for Union Turnpike.
And 36 I can hear you.
1936 Foxtrot. Is radio loud clear?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I was meeting my dumbass.
1935 requested non about Flores Hills.
Flores Hills, that is a copy. We call me back Woodhaven.
Copy Woodhaven.
Depart from where? The layup or the station? Let's copy. Going back at Parsons Boulevard.
1937 Nancy, calling for radio check.
Union Turnpike, right?
This is 67th Avenue.
No, wait, 37 and yeah, I can hear you.
Time for
1931 Echo, calling back at Kew Gardens.
Yeah, it's on his copy. We're calling back at Forest Hills.
Let's go.
This is a Manhattan-bound R local.
1937 Nancy requesting line to proceed otherwise to become notes.
Rego Park.
Sorry, this copy. We're calling back at Broadway.
Time for Broadway.
This is 63rd Drive, Rego Park.
Transfer is available to the Q70 bus to Party Airport.
This is a Manhattan-bound R local train. The next stop is Woodhaven Boulevard.
1931 Echo, calling back at Forest Hills.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Forest Hills, I just calling back at Jackson.
Let's grab you.
This is Woodhaven Boulevard. Transfer to the
1936 Foxtrot.
Parsons is copy. We're calling back at Briarwood.
This
1935,
is a
Romeo's at
Midtown
Woodhaven.
R local train. The
And
next
there's
stop
copy. We're
is
calling back
Grand
at
Avenue,
Jackson Heights.
Newtown.
Copy for Jackson Heights.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
1930 Foxtrot to Church Ave is at Union Turnpike.
Union Turnpike, that is copy. We're calling back at Forest Hills.
Copy for Forest Hills.
You may proceed to Jamaica.
This is Grand Avenue, Newtown. Transfer to the Q53 Select Bus Service. This is a Manhattan-bound R.
1937
local
Nancy
train.
going back
The
at
next
Broadway.
stop is Elmhurst
Broadway,
Avenue.
that is copy. We're calling back at Queensboro Plaza.
Stand
Southfield,
clear of the
Queensboro.
closing doors, please.
41 Echo doors open, Jamaica Center.
Jamaica Central, that is copy. We're calling back at Van Wyck, Jamaica Van Wyck. You can proceed to the station.
This is Elmhurst Avenue. This is a Manhattan-bound R local train. The next stop is Jackson Heights, Roosevelt Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
I keep my hand up. 42, we proceed to Parsons. Briarwood, we proceed to 74th.
1930 Foxtrot to Church Ave is at 71st. I mean, Forest Hills.
So that is copy. We're calling back at... Calling up when you're bypassing Woodhaven.
Bypassing Woodhaven, copy.
This is Jackson Heights, Roosevelt Avenue. Transfer is available to the
1935 Romeo's at Roosevelt Avenue.
This is a Manhattan-bound
1931 Echo
local
Roosevelt, Roosevelt.
train. The next stop is
Roosevelt doors
65th
open?
Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Stand clear of the closing
The
doors,
Echo can
please.
proceed to Queens Plaza, and the Romeo could proceed to 46th Street.
Copy
Copy.
46.
1945, running ready to depart.
We'll send across that is copy. We call it back at Woodhaven.
Copy.
It's 41 Echo Jamaica Valley.
This is a Manhattan
Jamaica Van Wyck, that is a
R
copy. We call
local
it back
train.
at Union
The
Turnpike.
next stop is Northern Boulevard.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
1930 Foxtrot to Church Ave is bypassing Woodhaven.
Woodhaven, that is copy. Have clearance to Jackson. So if you can, we call it back at 71st. Next stop.
1937 Nancy, calling back at Queensboro Plaza.
Queensboro Plaza, that is copy. Special order to Manhattan Tower, House Issue.
Thank you.
1942 after airport.
Parsons, that is copy. You may call me back at Union Turnpike.
This is Northern Boulevard. This is a Manhattan-bound R local train. The next stop is 46th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
That is correct. Alright, Union Turnpike, can we proceed to... Actually hold.
This is 46th Street.
Uh, 1948 Fox, do I have permission to depart the layout?
This is a Manhattan
48,
bound
yes, you may
R
proceed to 179.
local train. The next
10-4.
stop is
This is the
Steinway
1935 Romeo at 46.
Stand clear of the
46, that is a
closing
copy.
doors,
You may
please.
call me back at 36.
Copy 36.
1930 Foxtrot to Church Ave is that
Hold
reasonable?
on. Okay, Roosevelt. Okay, Forest Hills, you may proceed to Jackson Heights. And Jackson Heights, you may proceed to 21st Street Queensbridge.
Copy for 21st.
And Union Turnpike for the E train, you may proceed to Forest Hills.
1931 Echo, pulling back at Queens Plaza.
Queens Plaza, that is copy. You may call me back at 23rd Street.
Let's go. Copy.
This is a Manhattan-bound
1948
R
Fox,
local
doors
train.
open at
The
Jamaica
next stop
179th Street.
36th Street.
179th Street, that is copy. Next callback will be
Stand clear of the
Parsons.
closing doors, please.
That's a copy. 1945 Romeo calling back at Raven.
Woodhaven does copy. We call you back at Jackson Heights.
Jackson Heights, copy.
1931 Echo calling back at Court Square, 23rd Street.
23rd Street, that is a copy. We switch over to Manhattan Tower for further instructions. So take good.
Stop.
1951 radio check.
Who's going back? 41 Echo, 4 Stills, that is a copy. Going back when you're bypassing Woodhaven.
This is 36th Street.
And who wanted the radio check? Ready to depart.
1935 Romeo at 36th Street.
36th Street, that is a copy. We call you back at Queens Plaza.
Local
Copy,
train.
Queens Plaza.
The next stop is Queens Plaza.
Stand clear of the closing door.
51 Echo, ready to depart.
1942
Union Turnpike, that is a copy. We proceed to Forest Hills. One Echo.
This is Queens Plaza. Transfer is available to the E and M train.
This is the 1935 Romeo at Queens Plaza.
Queens Plaza, that is a copy. We switch over to Manhattan First Tower for further instructions.
Copy for Manhattan Tower.
Outside trip.
This is a Manhattan-bound
51 right here.
local train. The next stop is Lexington Avenue.
1935 Romeo's at Queens Plaza.
Stand clear of the
35
closing door.
Romeo,
please.
Queens Plaza, as a cop, you can push for 60th Street lineup. Your next call back, Lexington 59.
Copy for Lexington.
1955, Quincy, 96 seconds, still a radio check.
55 Quincy, radio check loud and clear.
1937 Nancy calling back 57 Southern local train.
.37 Nance 57-7 is the copy. Next call back to Times Square 47.
My 1830 Foxtrot's at Search. I'm at 21st Queensbridge.
35 Queens was as a copy. Push for 6th Avenue lineup. Your next call back is 57th Street.
Copy for 57th.
1955 Quincy, if you're not yet already done so, you can part 106th Street left. Let me know when the air doors open at 96th Street.
Stand for it. Even though my route starts at the station itself, otherwise my fine display wouldn't work, but you know.
Copy 1955 Quincy, I'll let you know you can head down.
Alright.
$1931 Echo calling back at 5th Avenue, 53rd Street, Bunch for 6th Avenue.
31 Echo, it's copy 5th Avenue, 53rd. Your next call back 42nd Street, Bryant Park.
That was 42nd Bryant.
Quincy, you can depart 96th Street, 2nd Avenue. Your next call back is Lexington.
We'll talk about Lexington.
Listen to 1935 Romeo at Lex 59.
Your Metro card.
Kilo Lex 59, that is a copy. Next call back 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
Copy
Brooklyn-bound
57.
R local train. The next stop is 5th Avenue, 59th Street.
And clear of the closing doors, please.
B7 Nancy, that time. I was moving for a second. Watch for the local.
Square for 1937 Nancy, that is a copy. Your next call back is Prince.
This is 5th Avenue, 59th Street. This is a Brooklyn-bound R local train. The next stop is 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Echo, pulling back at 42nd Bryant, punch for the local.
31 Echo, 42nd Street, Bryant Park, that is a copy. Your next call back is 14th Street.
I was on 14.
Search Ave is at 57th Street.
7th Street, 6th Avenue for the 1930 Fox, that is a copy. Push for the Fox line, your next call back is 42nd Street, Bryant Park.
Copy for Bryant Park.
1935 Romeo is at 57th Street.
35 Romeo, 57th 7th Avenue, that is a copy. Push for the local, your next call back 14th Street, Union Square.
Copy 14.
49th
Fox
Street.
calling back at Queensbridge. 1936 Fox.
Stand
6
clear of
Fox,
the
Queensbridge,
closing
that is a
doors,
copy. Push
please.
for 6th Avenue lineup, your next call back is 57th Street.
57.
This is 1955, 29, 6 second. Still back at Lex 63.
Back to the Lexington 63rd, that is a copy. Your next call back is Times Square, 42nd.
Sounds good.
This is 49th Street. This is a Brooklyn-bound R local train. The next stop is Times Square, 42nd Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Times Square, 42nd Street.
Good evening. Man, it's RSS 23.
2003 Quincy, radio checks loud and clear. If you not yet done so already, you can depart 160 layup, let me know when you have doors open at 96.
Connection is available to the Port Authority bus terminal. Bound R local train. The next stop is 34th Street, Herald Square.
Stand clear of the closing doors,
1930 Foxtrot to Church Ave is at 42nd Bryant.
42nd Street, Bryant Park, that is the cop push the local line. Your next call back is 14th Street.
Copy for 14.
It's 1931 Echo, calling back at 14th, punches for the local.
31 Echo, that's the cop for 14th. Your next call back is Broadway Lafayette.
Copy for Broadway Lafayette.
41 Echo, Fort Square, that is the cop. Your next call back is 5th Avenue, 53rd Street.
Is a Brooklyn-bound R local train. The next stop is 28th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
R160 this. The 2003 Quincy 96 seconds.
2003 Quincy, depart 96 Street, 2nd Avenue. Next call back is Lexington 63rd.
Over 1955, Quincy 96 seconds, still welcome back at Times Square 47th Street. Once you express.
28th Street.
Quincy, that is the cop for Times Square. Next call back 14th Street, Union Square.
Never.
37 Nancy, calling back at Prince, punching for the windmill on it.
37 Nancy, that is the cop for Prince. Your next call back is Rector Street.
R local
Time for Rector.
The next stop is 23rd Street.
1942 Fox at 21st Queen.
Stand clear of the closing doors,
1942
please.
Fox at Queen presents the copy push for 6th Avenue lineup. Your next call back is Lexington 63rd.
This is 23rd Street. Prince to the N23 Select Bus Service.
36 Fox 57, that is a copy. Your next call back 42nd Street, Bryant Park.
This is a Brooklyn-bound R local train. The next stop is 14th Street, Union Square.
Foxtrot to Church Ave is at 14th Street.
30 Fox at 14th, that is a cop. Push for the local lineup. Your next call back, Broadway Lafayette.
Copy for Broadway.
This is 14th Street, Union Square. Transfer is available to the
Everyone heads up and down to 53rd, that's a cop. Push for 6th Avenue line from Cole. There's a Fox crossing in front of you.
This is 1935 at 14.
Alright, 1931 Echo at Broadway Lafayette. Push for 2nd Avenue middle track. Your next call back, next to last stop, 2nd Avenue.
R
Copy.
local train.
1935 Romeo, Union Square, next callback is Prince.
NYU.
Copy for Prince Street.
This is 1955, Quincy, 96 seconds, still will call back at 14th Union Square.
1955 Quincy at Union Square, that is a copy. Call back and hold us out of Prince Street.
1942 Fox at Lexington.
63rd, that is a copy. Proceed to your next stop, 57th Street.
1945, we're going to come back at Queens Plaza.
42 Fox at a copy, 57th.
This is a Brooklyn-bound R local train.
Prince 2
The
Fox.
next stop is Prince Street.
45 Romeo at
Stand
Queens
clear
Plaza,
of the
push your
closing
63 line,
doors,
Prince, call
please.
back, Lexington 59th.
1930.
Copy.
Fox.
That's my callback for the 42 Fox.
57, 1942 Fox.
1936 Fox.
36 Fox at Bryant Park, push for the local and call back 14th Street. 1941 Echo holding at 5th Avenue, 53rd, you may proceed your next call back, 42nd Street, Bryant Park.
R160 there. That's for Brown.
03 Quincy, Lexington 63rd, that is a copy. Proceed to Times Square, 42nd.
This is Prince Street.
1931 Echo terminated at 2nd Avenue.
31 Echo 2nd Avenue, that is a copy. Discharge your passenger, change ends at a minute rate, and back up to Jamaica Center.
R160 is at Times Square, correct?
2003 Quincy, correct, Times Square, 42nd.
1930 Foxtrot to Church Ave is at Broadway.
This is a Brooklyn-bound
35 Broadway Fair, that is a
local
copy. Push for the
train.
Fox line,
The
your next call back is
stop
East Broadway.
Canal Street.
1935 is at Prince Street.
Stand clear of the closing
35
doors,
Romeo and
please.
Prince, that is a copy. Push for the Manhattan Bridge line, for your next call back is your next stop, Canal Street, lower level.
Copy for Canal Level.
1942.
2000 Queensboro.
2000 Nancy at Queensboro, that's a copy. Please hold. There's a Romeo crossing in front of you in the tunnel.
Let's
Is there 1955, Quincy, 96 seconds, and still will call back inside of Prince Street.
Alright, 1955 Quincy, hold there until further notice. 1942 Fox at 57th Street, hold there. There's an Echo crossing in front of you.
1937 Nancy calling back at Rector.
37 Nancy Rector, that is a copy. Your next call back is Decall Avenue.
10-4 for Deco.
Park at the top for the local. Your next call back is 14th Street. 242 Fox holding at 57th. Proceed your next call back 42nd Street, Bryant Park.
Transfer is available to the 6, J, M, and Q.
2 Fox is at a copy for 42nd.
1935 Romeo's at Canal Street.
Local train.
35 Romeo Canal, that is a copy. Push for the Quincy lineup. Your next call back is Peak of the Bridge.
Copy for Peak of the Bridge.
Doors, please.
1955 Quincy, you may proceed with caution, 15 miles per hour to Canal Street, lower level.
10-4.
Fox 14th as a cod push for the local ambulance call back to Roy Lafayette.
Calling back at my
11 Quincy, you may depart 96th Street. Next call back is Lexington 63rd.
Lexington 63rd.
300 Nancy holding the Queensboro Plaza. You can proceed max speed 25 miles per hour to Lexington 59th.
That's got to be Times Square 45. Times Square 45.
3 Quincy at Times Square. Next call back 14th Street, Union Square.
1945 Roanoke, call back at Lex 59.
Romeo Lex 59, that is a copy. Next call back 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
57th Street, 7th Avenue, copy.
1948 Fox at Queensbridge.
8 Fox Queensbridge has a copy for 6th Avenue line. If your next call back is 57th Street.
And 1930 Fox at Church Avenue is at East Broadway.
3 Fox at East Broadway, that is a copy. You may proceed. Your next call back is your next stop, York Street.
Copy for you.
For the 1931, you want me to check back in?
Are you ready to head back up?
Yeah.
Okay, you were the 2014 back up to Mega Center.
Alright.
This is the 1955 Quincy 96 seconds. Still welcome back at Canal Street, lower level, budget with Quincy Lana.
1955 Quincy at Canal Street, lower level. That is a copy. Your next call back is Peak of the Bridge. 2 Fox 42nd Street, Bryant Park. That is a copy. Push for the local line. Your next call back is 14th Street.
This is the 1935 Romeo tunneling back to Peak of the Bridge.
Peak of the Bridge, there's a copy. Your next call back is called interlocking.
Copy for Peak of the Bridge.
41 Echo
31 Echo 14th Street, that is a copy. Push for the local line. If your next call back is Raleigh Lafayette.
2014 Echo, pressing line up at 2nd Avenue.
2014 Echo, you can depart Jamaica Center. Your next call back is West 4th.
Let's go.
2000 Nancy, you've not yet already done so. You can resume normal speed until Lex 59.
That's a copy for normal speed.
Fox is at York Street.
Fox and York, there's a copy for Cloverland. If your next call back is Smith Knight.
Copy for Smith Knight.
1936 Foxtrot. Back at
Lafayette, that is a copy. You can push for Fox line. If your next call back is East Broadway.
1945 Romeo, call back at 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
45 Romeo, 57th Street, 7th Avenue. It's a copy for the local line. If your next call back, Times Square 42nd.
This is the 1935 Romeo decaf interlocking.
35 Romeo, D-Club interlocking. That is a copy. You can proceed. Your next call back is D-Club Avenue.
Copy decaf avenue.
2003 Quincy at 14th Street, Union Square. That is a copy. You can proceed. Your next call back, Canal Street, lower level.
1937 Nancy, calling back on D-Club, which is 4th local.
37 Nancy, D-Club, that is a copy. You can proceed. Your next call back is Atlantic Pacific.
1956 Romeo calling in at Queens Plaza.
6 Romeo, Queen Plaza, that is a copy. Push for 60th Street, line up and hold as a train in front of you in the tubes.
Lex 59, 2000.
2000 Nancy, Lex 59, that is a copy. Let's call back 57th Street, 7th Avenue. 1955 Quincy Beacon the Bridge, next call back is decall interlocking. Alright, 1956 Romeo, you can proceed out of Queens Plaza and then call back to Lexington 59.
Copy, Lex 59.
Fox at 14th, that is a copy. Push for the local line if your next callback is Broadway Lafayette.
That's at 41 Echo, Broadway Lafayette.
41 Echo, Broadway Lafayette, that is a copy. Push for 2nd Avenue, middle track, your next callback is your next to last stop, 2nd Avenue.
Come for it.
1948 Fox at 57th Street, 6th Avenue.
38 Fox 57, that is a copy. Your next callback, 42nd Street, Bryant Park.
1935 Romeo's at DeKalb Avenue.
35 Romeo with DeKalb Avenue, that is a copy. Please hold as a train in front of you heading to Atlantic.
Copy.
1055 Quincy callback at interlocking.
55 Quincy DeKalb interlocking, that is a copy, and hold you there for a minute. There's a train in front of you holding at DeKalb.
2014 Echo calling back at West 4th, punch for the local.
2014 Echo West 4th, that is a copy. Next callback 34th Street, Herald Square.
Copy.
1937 Nancy calling back at Atlantic Pacific on the local train.
37 Nancy Atlantic, that is a copy. Your next callback will be 36th Street.
36.
2011 Quebec calling back at Lex 63.
11 Quincy Lexington 63rd, that is a copy. Your next callback is Times Square 42nd.
Times Square.
In 1935 Romeo holding at DeKalb Avenue, you may proceed. Your next callback is 4th Avenue, 9th Street.
Copy 4th Avenue, 9th.
1945 Romeo calling back at 42nd Street, Times Square.
5 Romeo, Times Square 42nd, that is a copy. Your next callback is Prince Street.
Copy.
1955 Quincy holding at DeKalb Interlock, you can proceed to DeKalb Avenue.
1941 Echo, 2nd Avenue.
41 Echo, 2nd Avenue, that is a copy. Discharge your passengers, change ends on night rate, head back up to Jamaica Center.
So now show low level.
Now lower level for the 2003 Quincy, you may proceed your next callback to Peak of the Bridge. The car Peak of the Bridge 2003?
Time for
36 Fox at East Broadway, your next callback to your next stop, York.
2019 Quincy, ready to depart into the 9th sector.
2019 Quincy, you can depart the Lave Avenue Airport is open at 96.
2000 Nancy, 57th Street, Midtown.
57th Street, 7th Avenue for the 2000 Nancy has a copy. Push for the local, your next callback, Times Square 42nd.
Copy, Times Square.
Romeo calling in at Lex 59.
Lexington 59th, that is a copy. Your next callback, 57th Street, 7th Avenue.
Copy.
2019 Quincy at 9th sector. 2019 Quincy at 96.
2019 Quincy 96 Street, 2nd Avenue, that is a copy. Your next callback, Lexington 63rd.
Transfers available to the 2, 3, 4, 5, B, D, and
1942 Foxborough Lafayette, that is a copy. Push for the Fox line up. Your next callback is Broadway.
1955 Quincy call at DeKalb Player Brighton.
call for the 55 Quincy. That is a copy. Your next callback will be Prospect Park.
This is a Bay Ridge 95th Street bound R local train. The next stop is Union
1936 Fox
Street.
coming back out York.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
1936 Fox at York. That is a copy. Push Culver line. Your next callback is
Alpha Smith.
Gilbert Bridge from 23 Quincy. That is a copy. Your next callback is Deep Interlocking.
1930 Foxtrot. So Church Ave is at Smith and Knight.
30 Fox Smith Knight. That is a copy. Push the Fox lineup. Your next callback is Fort Hamilton Parkway.
Copy for Fort Hamilton.
Times Square 42nd Street for the 2000 Nancy.
100 Nancy Times Square 42nd. That is a copy. Push for the local. Your next callback 14th Street Union Square.
Copy for Union Square.
2014 Echo, on the back at 34th Harold, punch for the local.
4th Herald for the 2014 Echo. That is a copy. Your next callback will be 57th Street.
Copy for 57.
This is a Bay Ridge 95th Street bound R local train. The next stop is 4th Avenue, 9th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Times Square.
2011 correct at Times Square 42nd. That's a copy. It's for I think it's called 14th Street Union Square.
14th Union.
1956 Romeo calling in at 57th Street.
It's Romeo 57th Street, 7th Avenue. That is a cop. Push for the local line. If you have to call back Times Square 42nd.
Copy.
This is the 1935 Romeo at 9th Street.
Local train. The next stop is
35 Romeo, 4th Avenue, 9th Street. That is a copy. Your next callback will be 36th Street.
Doors,
Copy 36.
$1956 Romeo, what's my callback?
56 Romeo, your callback is Times Square 42nd.
Copy.
Interlocking.
3 Quincy, D-Cobb Interlocking. That is a copy. Proceed to D-Cobb Avenue. It's your Foxy's Broy. That is a copy. Proceed to your next stop, York.
This is the 1937 Nancy coming back at 36th Street.
37 is 36. That is a copy. It's called back to Street.
2019 Quincy, Lexington 63rd.
2019 Quincy, Lexington 63rd. That is a copy. And I can call back Times Square 40. That is a copy. You will be the 2026 back up to Jamaica Center.
25th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
26 Echo.
56 Echo, you can depart 2nd Avenue, your next callback West 4th.
1956 Romeo calling in at Times Square 42nd.
56 Romeo, Times Square 42nd as a copy push for the local, your next callback 3rd Street.
Copy. DeKalb Avenue, put your foot right in.
Jeffrey Quincy at DeKalb Avenue, that is a copy, your next callback is Prospect Park.
Perfect.
This is 26th.
2014 Echo calling back at 57th Street.
Person Echo 57 comes to top, push for Queens line, your next callback is Roosevelt Island.
That's that.
This is a Bay Ridge
1945 Romeo calling back at Prince.
R local train.
35 Romeo at Prince as a copy push for the Manhattan Bridge lineup, your next callback is your next stop, Canal Street, lower
Stand
level.
clear of the
Canal
closing
Street, lower level,
doors,
copy.
please.
2014 Street, Union Square.
2011.
Yeah, that is a copy and the callback is Prince.
2011, can we make a connection?
Let's not do that.
I'm at 14th.
Oh, then we made a connection.
That copy, connection established 2000 Nancy, 2011 Quincy. 100 Nancy, your callback is still Prince Street, 2011 Quincy. Your callback is to hold inside of Prince Street for further notice.
Copy for 20.
1955 Quincy, callback Prospect Park, Country Button Local.
55 Quincy in Prospect Park, there is a copy, that's callback is Church Avenue.
2011 Quincy.
Alright, 2011 Quincy, your callback is to hold inside of Prince Street for further notice.
Prince Street, let's go.
1942 Fox in New York, push the Culver lineup, your next callback to midnight.
Smith.
1942 Fox, midnight.
95th Street bound R.
1935 Romeo at 36th Street.
Next stop is 45th Street.
36, that is a
Stand
copy.
clear of the
4th Avenue
closing
lineup, your
doors,
next callback,
please.
59th Street.
Copy 209.
Fox from Church Ave was at Fort Hamilton.
3 Fox is Fort Hamilton as a copy. Push for the off lineup, your next callback is your next and last stop, Church Avenue.
That is a copy.
1937 Nancy, come on, back at 59 Fourth, which is City School.
37 Nancy at 59 is a copy. Your next callback is New York.
Taco New York.
36 Fox, 39th is a copy. Push for the local lineup, your next callback is Fort Hamilton Parkway.
2011 Quincy calling back at Prince Street.
Okay, the 2011 Quincy at Prince, you're going to proceed max speed 15 miles per hour to Canal Street, lower level.
Canal Street 15.
1956 Romeo calling in at 23rd Street.
26 Echo West 4th, push for local lineup, your next callback 34th Street, Herald Square.
Next stop is
1956 Romeo at 23rd, your next callback
Stand clear
will
of
be
the
Prince
closing
Street.
doors,
Copy.
please.
2019 Quincy at 42nd.
Quincy Times Square 42nd as Kai push for the Express, your next callback 14th Street, Union Square.
There's a 1955 Quincy, going back to Church Avenue.
At Quincy Church, that is a copy of on to Kings Highway, call that there.
I'm looking.
2300 Prince Street.
After Nancy Prince, that is a copy, push for Whitehall Street lineup, next callback is Rector Street.
Copy factor.
This is 53rd Street. This is a Bay Ridge 95th Street bound R local train. The next stop is 59th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Not 2014 Echo calling back at Roosevelt Island.
14 Echo Roosevelt Island as a cop is looking over to Queens Tower Road instructions to go so the rest of your trip.
Let's go.
1945, calling at the peak of the bridge.
25 Romeo, peak of the bridge, and a copy. Your next callback is decalled interval. Okay.
Decode and
And 1930 Foxtrot Church Ave is at Church Ave, punching for the layup.
E Fox at Church, that is a copy. You can discharge your passengers. Call back to layout.
Copy.
59th Street. Transfers available to the Edinburgh train.
2011 Quincy calling back at Canal Street.
95th Street bound.
2011 Quincy Canal, lower level, that is a copy. Push for the Quincy line for your next callback is the peak of the bridge. You may resume normal speed.
Peak of the bridge, normal speed.
This is the 1935 Romeo, 59th 4th Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
35 Romeo, 59 4th Avenue, that is a copy. Push for Bay Ridge lineup. Your next callback is your last stop, Bay Ridge 95th.
Copy for 95th.
Your next callback will be to hold inside of Prince Street for further notice.
Copy. $1945 Romeo calling back at the decall interlocking.
25 Romeo, decall interlocking as a copy. Proceed to decall Avenue.
Decall copy.
2003 Quincy Park Bush and Bright Locomotive callback to Newkirk Plaza. 26 Echo 34th Street Herald Square, push for local lineup. Your next callback is 57th Street.
This is Bay Ridge Avenue.
1956 Romeo calling back at Prince Street.
6 Romeo Prince, that is a copy. Push for Manhattan Bridge lineup. Your next callback Canal Street, lower level.
Copy. 11 Quincy, peak of the bridge.
11 Quincy, peak of the bridge, that is a copy. Your next callback, decall interlocking.
Decall interlocking.
New York for the 1937 Nancy, that is a copy. Your next callback is Kings Highway.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
1930 Foxtrot to Church Ave is at layup.
Fox at the layup, that is a copy. You can lock down your train. Thank you for your service. Have a good night. 2 Fox Smith, that is a copy. Push for local lineup. Your next callback is Fort Hamilton Parkway.
This is 77th Street. Romeo,
decall Avenue, that is a copy. Push for 4th Avenue local lineup. Your next callback is 4th Avenue 9th Street.
4th Ave 9th, copy.
Bay Ridge, 95th Street bound R.
2019 Quincy, holding at Prince Street.
19 Quincy, that is a copy. Continue holding Prince's. Romeo in front of you heading into Canal Street.
Rector Street 2000.
800 Nancy at Rector, that is a copy. Your next callback is decalled Avenue. 36 Fox 4 Hamilton, that is a copy. For the Fox lineup, your next callback is 18th Avenue.
1956 Romeo at Canal Street, lower level.
56 Romeo Canal, that is a copy. Push for the Quincy line up. Your next callback is the peak of the bridge.
Copy.
19 Quincy, holding inside of Prince. Proceed max speed 15 miles per hour to Canal Street, lower level. Call back there.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
196 Echo 57, that is college. Push for Queens line up. Your next callback is Roosevelt Island.
111 Quincy, default interlocking.
Decall interlocking, that is a copy. You may proceed to Decall Avenue.
Default
Quincy at whoa, my bad. Canal Street, lower level.
2019 Quincy Canal, that is a copy. Resume normal speed. Your next callback to peak of the bridge.
1956 Romeo at the peak of the bridge.
6 Romeo, peak of the bridge, that is a copy. Your next callback is Decall interlocking.
Copy.
This is 1955 Quincy, 96 seconds to will come by Kings Highway. Overshot by 0 cars, 0 doors.
55 Quincy Kings Highway, that is a copy. Push for the local lineup. Your next callback is Brighton Beach.
That would work.
This is the last stop on
1937 Nancy, calling back at Kings Highway, CDH.
Thank you for riding with MTA New York City Transit.
Nancy Kings Highway, that is a copy. Push for the local lineup. Your next callback will be your last stop on the island, Stillwell.
This is the 1935 terminated 95th Street.
35 Romeo, Bay Ridge 95th, that is a copy. You can discharge your passengers. Terminate your train. Thanks for your service. Have a good night.